on my social media, I was recently asked another question. How do I stay disciplined and focused? I set goals, but I don't seem to follow through on them. Almost every year around Christmas time, when people have spent more money than normal and have eaten more than normal, they come up with a temporary void of wanting to go on a diet and wanting to save money and get ahead financially. And then when they go back to their normal pattern and they go back to work, et cetera, in January, the void, which is from the overeating and overspending, is now diminished. And then they just aren't really focused on that. And within 2 or 3 weeks, they stop doing the new goal they set, New Year's resolution. The same thing in life. If you don't know what the hierarchy of your values are, if you don't know what's really, really, really the top most important priorities in your life, your highest value, if you set goals that aren't congruent, aligned with what's highest, you're guaranteed to procrastinate, hesitate, and frustrate and not stay focused. You're not going to stay focused on anything you just choose out of the blue. You're only going to stay focused on the things that are truly high on your values. Now, I have people constantly say, well, this is really high in my values, but the evidence is what matters. It's not the words, it's the evidence. I've been teaching, researching, and writing for 52 years, more than that. And I don't have to be reminded to do it because it's really the highest things on my values. But I'm not as disciplined or reliable and focused on my workouts and many other things. In fact, I delegate everything else away. But the point is, the things that are really, truly important to you, you spontaneously do. You don't stop. You persevere. You're determined. You're disciplined. You're reliable. You're focused. So if somebody is saying, this is an important goal and I can't seem to stay focused on it, it's not an important goal. You have something else that's more important to you that you keep doing instead, that you think is a distraction, but is actually somehow fulfilling something more important to you, or you wouldn't be doing it. That may be security, I don't know, but whatever it is, please go on my website and go and do the value determination, Dr. Demartini's value determination, drdemartini.com. Go on there and do the value determination and be honest in the answers. Don't write down fantasies about how you wish you could be, how you want to be, etc. Write down what your life demonstrates you're committed to. Your actions speak louder than your words. When people say, I want to get ahead financially, and they keep blowing it and spending money on consumables that are depreciables, and they don't get ahead, and they never value assets that accumulate and work for them with compounding, then what they say, I want to be wealthy, is BS. What they want is immediate gratification. They want to buy stuff that fills up their house, that puts them in more debt. So I'm not interested in your words. I'm interested in what your actions are. So go and do the value determination on my process on my website. It's free, it's private, and answer as honestly as you can about what your life is demonstrating, because your life demonstrates your values. And then look at what the top values are. And there's a value determination that'll allow you to narrow it down what the top 3 are. And you will find that that is the area where you're disciplined, reliable, and focused. But anytime you set goals that are not aligned and congruent with what that is, you're going to procrastinate, hesitate, and frustrate, and keep going back to what is important. And many times we compare ourselves to others and envy other people and try to imitate other people and think that's important and temporarily have a little idea that I want to do that, I want to work out more, I want to do, save more, whatever it is. But if it's not really important to you, you won't do it. The probability goes down when it's low on your values. So first, identify what your values are and don't spend time on goals that aren't really important to you. Better off delegating. Anything that I require incentive, motivation, reminding to do, I delegate to other people because obviously it's not as important to me as I think it is. So I get back to what is important, and that's where I spontaneously act, where nobody has to remind me to do it. I'm intrinsically driven. You're intrinsically driven from within in your highest values. You spontaneously act there, and you extrinsically have to be motivated and incentivized and pushed on anything lower and lower and lower on your value list. Go and do the value determination process. Determine what that is. Be honest with it. Look at what your life demonstrates. Set goals that are true, not fantasies that undermine. And the reason why you feel you're procrastinating, hesitating, because your brain is making sure you don't go off on low priority things. It's trying to get you back to your authentic self. Your authentic identity revolves around what you value most. It's called your ontological identity, and it literally revolves around what is number one on the value list. Your teleological purpose, the thing you feel you're called to do in the world, revolves around that. Your area of expertise, where you're going to gain the most knowledge and have more specialty, is around that. So identify what that is, and don't waste your time on goals that aren't really important or you think are important. Because if they're really important, you won't let anything stop you from achieving. When the why is big enough, the hows will take care of themselves.